That's the talk. And it says advice from an old guy, and it's got my name and my website and a telephone number. And I really would like to be able to see it myself. So, some of the advice I'm going to give you as an old guy is rock solid, and you just need to do it, and don't quibble about it, don't make excuses, don't dodge the bullet. And the other advice is, that's a scotch tape and bubble gum thing. You can do it or not do it, or you can go this way, go that way, but you have to make your own decision. First, whoops, hit the wrong button. The first bit of advice is a no-brainer. There is global warming. The ozone layer over the poles have been breached, and UV rays are making their evil way through to your skin. So if, like me, you want to walk to Sutter Toastmasters from McKinley Park, even in the wee hours, wear one of these things. Because if you don't, put that stuff on. If you don't, you run the risk of a little dot somewhere that is always there and it never really heals, and then you go to the dermatologist, and next thing you know, they're scraping down to the cartilage. No brainer. Wear sunscreen. Everything else is up to you. For example, what are you going to do about smoking pot? You could agree with Willie Nelson, nothing relaxes like smoking a joint. Nothing relaxes. Far out, man. Far out. Or you could agree with the federal government that says it's an entry drug. And the next thing you know, it's you've entered. That's up to you. Are you going to rely on discipline or luck? This guy made a whole lot of decisions before he got to that point. So did this guy. What sort of decisions are you going to make? Maybe you think you win all the time. A little hard to read. A winning strategy must include losing. I'd suggest that makes sense. And don't be afraid of saying, oh, I screwed it up. It'll be the first time. If you intend to succeed, you're going to check one of those boxes of your choice. And sooner or later, you're going to need to take the plunge. But you can't get around it. You can't succeed if you don't run the risk of failing. Not a very good form, is it? I don't think you're supposed to have one leg straight and the other leg kind of ski-ways. And I don't think your arms are supposed to be like that either. When he's taken the plunge, you gonna buy into that? You get by with a little help from our friends. You gonna reach out to anybody? The place is gonna be better because you were in it than it was before you got to it. you're going to have to decide what wealth means to you and what you're prepared to do to get wealth. You could agree with Gordon Gekko here, and whoever that guy is. We buy things we don't need with money we don't have to impress people we don't like. What is wealth? Then there's the whole aspect of self-pity, which is arguably the most seductive component in our whole panoply of human existence. Nothing seduces like self-pity, especially if it's validated. Also, nothing corrodes success like validated self-pity, because that's where you're going to stay. You can either succeed or you can feel sorry for yourself, but you can't do both. That's my opinion. You may agree with it, I don't know. But he doesn't look too happy. Neither does he. You won't be able to write very well either. If Charlie Brown has anything to say about it. Yeah. If it was on the screen, you'd be able to read it. Please don't interrupt me while I'm wallowing in self-pity. If I just worry hard enough, it'll fix all my problems. And it does start early, doesn't it? It's not fair. And you're going to have to come up with some opinion, some decision about this one. What other people think of you is none of your business. That's their business. And I don't think she's too concerned about what other people think. Are you waiting for someone else to start you on the road to your future? They're intent on other things. It's you who has to take the first step. Are you driven by a dream? Are you driven by a dream? The evidence suggests we're equal parts sinner and saint. Can't we have a little more clarity than that? Probably not. But trust me on this one. Do the sunscreen. Madam Toastmaster.